Hey, Bublynn, coming in, crushing this art. All right, we're back at it. I wanted a breakdown on the Tree of Life about a couple of things I noticed, and about the zodiac, about a way to view it, about kind of dimensions and stuff like this. So basically, what I want to say first off in the Tree of Life is how I see it is we have the first dimension of mind going right down the middle, but I view this as spirit. Don't view this as Pluto. I view this as sun, moon, and earth, right? Yeah, pretty classic. We have the four down here, the second dimension of soul, and then we have the four up here, which would be the four outer planets: Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune, all being body in a way, or being like the mutable, or being like the farthest, the three, like time. Because basically, one, we have mind, we have control, we have how you're going to take control. When you have execution, when you have freedom, how you're going to play it, right? Like, for example, with your thoughts, right? How are you going to set up your mind? And then we have body, soul, like all the things that you just kind of have to work through, and things like yeah, like if you're gonna do the best for your body, if you're gonna like make the most out of your time necessarily, like just because of habits, right? Like your restrictions, your limitations, how you're set up, kind of genetic, soul, all connect to these. And then time, how you get the most out of time, like in order to because something can work now and it can be perfectly healthy for the soul, but if you want to make time happy more than just your body, then we look at the outer planets: Saturn, Neptune, and so on and so forth. So either way, yeah, so if we jump right in, then they're kind of elementally broken down within that. So we have the first dimension of mind, and then we have fire being spirit, and then, or relationship, right, ascendant, and then we have earth being yin, water, all the things that you just have to work through, like the face of other, the face of yin, the face of what we utilize as body, right? The face of other. And then we have sun, which would be like air, or the yin that takes our face, right? Like all the water that screams what we want it to, right? Thoughts, our ego, right? And then we have moon, which would be all the things that, which would be like earth, which would be all of us, all of our yang spirit that gives to earth, that gives to other, right? All of our consideration, like all of our restrictions, all of our limitations, all of our needing to bring this through reality, right? So basically, if we're working with sun feelings, right, we're in a state where we're hopeful, we're looking towards the future, we're looking towards everything we can do. And if you get too much in this energy, you're at the point where you're full of yourself, right? And if you never jump out of it, and you never get that jump out of that enlightenment and that success and that like association with your daydream and your illusion, right? And you never consider how we're gonna actually manifest that, and take your time to utilize your spirit for Gaia, you know what I mean, like work. Then you'll just be viewed as a narcissist, and you'll keep viewing yourself as a superstar while you're digging yourself deeper in the ground, right? Whereas if we work too far on the moon pillar, and we start only considering earth, only considering security, only considering what's going to make people happy, eventually we're going to lose ourselves, and we're going to find ourselves depressed. We're going to find ourselves with responsibilities we didn't necessarily want to take on. We're going to find ourselves not finding any spirit in why we live, right? So it's kind of a balance between bringing your spirit out and working for nature in order to stabilize, right? And this is all in the mind state, right? So yeah, so then we'll go to the second level of body, and this will be like what you have to work through in a way, like all of the yin, when you have to cater, like how is the best way you're gonna cater, right? Because this is when you're gonna execute. This is like how you're gonna execute, and this is almost like when you're gonna cater, look to the other, how you're gonna look to the other, right? And then we have fire, which will be like how you're gonna expand upon that. And then we have Earth, basically all the things you're going to work through in order to achieve that, right? And then we have air, which is going to be all of the things that are like, it's kind of like the things you do well, right? Like what you're going to like just excel in. What, when you jump in that pocket, you just start expanding, right? What frequency you vibe on. That's Jupiter. And then Mercury, Earth. It's all of the energy that you give towards logic. It's all the energy that your body gives towards Gaia, gives towards or No, this would be water, and this would be air. My bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad. So yeah. So this would actually be yin. So this would just be all of the like the situations you find yourself, like the place you find yourself, right? Like the water, like yeah, and this will be the yang, like how you expand, right? And then Venus would then be the earth and Mercury would be the air. So then Venus will be all the ways that you physically are working towards compromising, right? Versus Mars, where you're just working towards yourself, you know what I mean? And then Jupiter, pure compromise, like pure your land, pure like your expression, or almost like where you're going to have to work with no matter what, like me versus the world energy, like the world you're fighting and the battle, right? That is Jupiter, the water, and then the air would be Mercury. All the ways that the water, the land start expressing you, right? We're in a certain war, and now the person that screams or sings your nation song, that's your Mercury. That's the expression of that, right? Whereas the whole feeling and the reason this is happening, the why, Jupiter, the like how the look is Mars, and then all the advocates for like the new thing, like the or no, this would be Earth, yeah. So this would be all the compromise, like all the work that you're doing in order to secure the war, right? All the soldiers, why the war, and then the actual like the battles and the fledging, right? So yeah, this will be this for when it comes down to soul, when it comes down to yin, and this yeah, this all is on a yin level, and then these four would then be all on a time level. So then Pluto would be the fire, Neptune the water, Saturn the earth, and Uranus the air. Whereas if we're trying to work with time, like the best way our vision's gonna work with time, Pluto, the best way war, we're gonna please Earth or we're gonna please other Neptune. The best way that we're gonna find other expressing ourselves, the best way we're gonna find our friends supported over time, Uranus, and the best way we're gonna find compromise, or the best relationship we're gonna have with compromise and just giving energy towards other Saturn. Uh, yeah, so I feel like that's a really interesting one. Let me know. I feel like I had more to say, but I'll leave it for next video. Bublynn, Sitra, Beach, out.